What if I told you that this pencil and this little rubber band, they hold the key to understand and overcome one of the most limiting patterns that you can find anywhere in the world? Let's find out. Let's say I want to shoot this pencil using this rubber band. Now, there are three possibilities. The first possibility is when I put this pencil on the rubber band like this and pull the rubber band backwards and the pencil shoots. No magic. Simple law of physics. By pulling the rubber band, we are creating tension in the walls of the rubber band, which holds energy, and then when we are releasing, this energy is transferred to the pencil and which then shoots. Second possibility is when I try to put the pencil on the rubber band like this and let go of the pencil without pulling it, but just like this, the pencil just falls down. It doesn't shoot. Again, simple physics. The rubber band has no energy while it is in a completely relaxed state. So it cannot transfer that its own energy to the pencil. Now there is the third possibility. What happens when I put the pencil on the rubber band like this again, okay, and pull the rubber band, okay, like this, pull the rubber band, this one is difficult, and then keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling on beyond the capacity. Forget shooting the pencil. The pencil is just here. That doesn't happen. But instead, the rubber band breaks. That's because by pulling the rubber band too much, we are generating so much energy which is beyond the capacity of this rubber band, and eventually it breaks down. Now imagine, you, me, and everyone else in this world is this pencil, and our mind is the rubber band. And the desire to accomplish something in this world, it is the tension in that rubber band. Now, using this comparison, let's reimagine all those three scenarios in the context of our life. Let's begin with the third scenario, where the rubber band is pulled beyond its capacity. In the context of our life, it means our mind is loaded with so many demands, so many things to accomplish, which is beyond our capacity to handle. In real life, that is what we call stress, or to be precise, we call it distress. Now, we are taking on too much in our life, so much more than we can handle. And what happens? Well, breakdown, burnout, stress kills. Everyone knows that. And there is too much of information about stress in form of articles and books and websites about how to deal with stress. So I'm not going to go deeper into that. And anyways, it is not our topic for the day. Now think about the first scenario where the rubber band is pulled back to an optimum level and the pencil shoots. In this case also, there is stress, but not so much that it breaks down. The stress is just about the right level to shoot the pencil. In terms of life, we can call it eustress, a kind of good tension that shoots us to accomplish things in our life. While too much stress kills, whether it is the rubber band or a person, the eustress makes us productive. That optimum level of tension inside of us, the desire to accomplish things, is what we call motivation. And now let's talk about the second scenario. The rubber band has no tension, like this. No energy is generated in it, and obviously it doesn't shoot any pencil. In terms of our life, that's a state like when there is absence of motivation, or maybe not enough motivation, and it is obvious that we don't accomplish things in absence of motivation. This third scenario, my friends, is the reason behind one of the most common patterns that keeps us living a limited life. And that pattern is procrastination. Procrastination is a kind of chronic laziness. In absence of the right motivation, your body mind doesn't have enough energy. The rubber band in our mind is in its rest state. It needs to be pulled. There has to be the right amount of tension to make you go. You need to go from no stress to use stress, the good stress that we talked earlier to accomplish things out there in the world. To accomplish things in the outer world, what you need is a very strong, compelling reason which pulls you towards itself. And that is what we call motivation. Everyone knows this. But then why? Many of us are stuck in the state of procrastination. Well, because of two reasons. One, we are trapped in the bubble of instant gratification. And two, we are avoiding to go through the discomfort that we might experience on the way. Now, sometimes it's just one of these reasons, sometimes it's a combination of both of these reasons. Have you heard about the marshmallow test? Scientists believe that this test is perhaps the most accurate in predicting the potential of outer success in children. In the marshmallow test, you tell a child that I'll give you one marshmallow right now, or I'll give you two marshmallows after 3 hours. Some kids, they'll take one marshmallow right now. Few kids, they would wait for 3 hours and then they would take two marshmallows. Now, the kids who take one marshmallow right now, they usually grow up to be the people who prefer instant gratification, some pleasure right now, right here. Now, even if they can get something better and bigger, they cannot resist the urge for gratification right now. These are the kids that will turn into procrastinating adults. And then the kids who bypass the urge for that instant gratification and wait for a bigger and better achievement, well, they usually grow up to be people who are productive, who do what's more important, even if it doesn't seem like pleasant right now in that moment. If we think of marshmallow as a symbol of pleasure or comfort, then it might be easy to understand our procrastination. Let's say you know you should start doing some physical exercises. You put an alarm to wake up early in the morning so that you can do an hour of workout before you start your day. The alarm rings, and instead of following the plan, you switch off the alarm and decide to go back to sleep and do it tomorrow. Now, in this case, it is obvious that if you work out, it is really good for your body, for your energy levels, for your health. But the thing is, you don't see any immediate effect. In this case, you're going to get several marshmallows in the future in form of high energy, better health, strong muscles. But those marshmallows are not here. They are somewhere in the future. So instead, you choose to stay in the bed, the comfort of sleep. That's one big marshmallow right there. Instantly. If you're doing that in your life, pushing important things for future, that's because you're choosing the marshmallow that you are getting right now, right here, instead of a huge bag of marshmallows that you might get in the future. Let's take another example. Let's say you have to complete a project in 10 days. You don't touch it for the first 8 days, and then you try and rush things in the last 2 days and do whatever you can. It happens to many of us, isn't it? Well, we do that because completing the project gives us a sense of accomplishment only when it is fully completed, not while the process is still going on. You only get the marshmallows when you complete the project. You don't get them piece by piece throughout the process. So you choose to do something which is more interesting, like watching a crazy cat or a cute dog video on Facebook, or whatever is your version of instant gratification. Bottom line is, every time we procrastinate, we are choosing instant relief of some pressure, or instant pleasure, or instant comfort, because the process of doing what is important is not as comfortable or as pleasurable as the final achievement. Well, if you want to stop procrastination, then the first step is start by becoming aware of it. Catch yourself every time you procrastinate, and then see which is the marshmallow that you are choosing right now. There always is a marshmallow: comfort, fun, excitement, avoiding discomfort, avoiding fear, pleasure. What is the marshmallow that you are choosing right now? Just notice. Don't push yourself hard. Don't try to change yet. Just notice. Well, if you do that enough times, eventually you will not be able to justify your choice of that instant gratification. And in time, you will choose to go and work on the most important things. Well, I'm not a fan of famous people's quotations, but out of the few that I'm in love with, one of them comes from the American philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson. Somewhere in his essay, he writes that the greatest ability one can ever achieve is the ability to do what ought to be done when it ought to be done, whether you like it or not. Thank you very much.